Hi, my name's David Edmundson. I work for Blue Systems on KDE, and I'm here to present Plasma. Plasma is KDE's flagship product, and when most people think of KDE, Plasma is the part they think of. It's easier to describe with a screenshot. This is Plasma from Plasma 5. I've just been around the internet grabbing some screenshots, and it's everything you'd expect from a desktop environment. There's a start menu, there's a taskbar, there's a system tray, there's a clock, there's some sticky notes because all desktops need some sticky notes, and we can add multiple clocks because that's what Plasma's for. But we can change it. Now this looks kind of like OS X. I have a spacey background, I have a dock, and I have my things in the top for some reason. But we can also make it look almost identical to Unity, which is one of our friendly competitors. And again, we have the dock randomly on the left. We have things on the top. There's a close button in a mystery place. And this is all running Plasma, but we've made it look like something else. We can make it look like GNOME. And again, it's basically like Unity, but with darker themes. And it's flexible like this. We can even make it look like whatever this monstrosity is, with large things all over the place. So hopefully we've shown there, just in that very, very quick run-through of some different screenshots, that it's flexible as a different desktop shell. We can make it, on your desktop, you can make it look like all your different things. But looking around all your booths today, there's not that much stuff that's interesting to you guys on your desktop. Sure, you might want to use it at home. Use it at home. Plasma's awesome. KDE stuff's awesome. But from a professional capacity, we also want to sell it to you. This is also Plasma, but for a touchscreen or any other embedded system. And it's running the same code, but looks very different. Everything's all touch-friendly. The buttons are massive. We're making full use of the screen estate because you're not going to be task switching on a small screen. This is quite an old screenshot, and you can see all your running applications. We've still got your multitasking. You still have to redo in your embedded system. Quite often, if you have multiple applications, you need to have your own launcher, and you don't want to spend your time writing that. You don't want to spend your time writing your own network status icon. You want to reuse somebody else's. So we can repurpose Plasma into this very, very different looking system. And this is different again. This is Plasma Media Center. And again, it's a lot of the same code running underneath. It's the same shell loading different plugins. But this is designed not for keyboard and mouse. It's not designed for touch. It's designed for you being in the opposite end of your room with a remote control. So it's very, very different use case, but the same code. So within Plasma Shell, we have these multiple shells. We have the desktop shell, where we have everything behaving like a desktop. We have a mobile shell, where everything's behaving like a tablet. We have this media center shell, and that can be extended into any other shell we could want, or your customers might want. And within each shell, within the desktop world, we've seen we can customize that in different ways with these different packages that make it behave differently. And on top of all of that, everything is customizable with these different themes, and these themes can be shared across these different look and feels and the different shells. And the way that works is everything is a plugin. And by plugin, I generally just mean a QML file. We have a structure of folders of specifically named QML files, and in the different modes, we can load a different QML file. And we have properties that go in, and we expect it to behave differently. When I attach a new screen, as far as the shell is concerned, it's just saying, I need to load a QML file that goes and displays a screen. And that could be different. And every time we load a panel, we just load a relevant QML file for displaying an outline of a panel and displaying a content of the panel. So we're just loading different QML files. And there's absolutely no UI code in the shell. And there's some other stuff in Plasma which isn't related to your shell. We have your runtime power management of turning a screen off at the right time. And so there's various other components that, again, you don't want to be spending your time writing. You want to be spending your time writing the application your customer is using, but you want to deliver that in a shell which provides that. So what is Plasma? It's a way of loading these multiple different components, and it is a massive collection of these different components that we can piece together in different ways to form all sorts of different possibilities, both on a desktop and across these different device spectrums. So I've provided my contact information. We have a booth where you can come and talk to us about either frameworks or reusing Plasma in multiple ways. You've got my email address to remind you to vote for David Edmundson. And I'm going to finish now so you can all go home. Remember to vote 5 on your little slip.